Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made a broccoli and cheddar soup. It's pretty cold outside right now, so I wanted to make this for dinner. These are the ingredients I used. I have heavy whipping cream, a can of biscuits, chicken broth, some carrots that I shredded up, sharp cheddar cheese, broccoli, flour, butter, and minced garlic. So first I'm going to start by putting the butter in the pot along with the minced garlic. I used about maybe a 1/4 cup of butter and 2 tablespoons of the minced garlic, and I'm just going to cook them down. And once they are cooked down, it's going to end up looking like this. So once we get to this stage, I'm going to add the flour. I used about 1/2 cup of flour, and I'm pouring it in here, and this is just to thicken up the soup. So once I pour the flour in, I'm going to mix it around with the spoon because I want it to get to the clumpy stage, and I want to cook it down a bit as well. So I'm just mixing it here. And it looks a little bit crazy when it gets clumpy like this, but that's okay. That's what we want because that's going to thicken up the soup. Okay, so now that it looks like this, I'm going to add the full box of the chicken broth. And then I'm going to use a whisk, which I don't show in here, but I'm going to use the whisk and mix all of the flour in. And now that it's mixed, it looks more like this, which is a creamier consistency. And at this point, I'm going to add the carrots and then mix it around again. And you'll see it's a creamier consistency, and that's what we want at this point. So I'm going to let that cook down a little bit, and then from there, I will add the carrots in, not the carrots, the broccoli. And with the broccoli, I could have chopped them down a little bit, but I kept them pretty big just so my son can take them out if he doesn't want it. But you can chop them down if you want also. And I used, let's see, 2 bags of frozen carrots. Why do I keep saying carrots? Frozen broccoli. I used 2 bags of frozen broccoli, so right now I'm just going to let them cook down a little bit since they were frozen. So I'm just mixing it around, and then I'll let that cook a while. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my fun. Now while that's cooking, I did preheat my oven to 350 degrees, and I put the biscuits on the pan. And now I'm going to go back to the soup, and I'm adding in 1/2 of a box of the heavy whipping cream, and that's going to thicken up the soup a little bit more. And then I'm going to go ahead and lower the heat down, mix the whipping cream in a bit, and let that cook and get a little bit warm. And then I'll go ahead and add the cheese in after that. Once I finished mixing it, I'll go ahead and add the salt and pepper. And I didn't show it in here, but I ended up adding a little bit of cayenne pepper and paprika just to give it some heat and some smokiness to it. And none of this I measured. I just did it by taste. Whatever you think tastes good, that's how much you add. And now I'm adding the sharp cheddar cheese. I used about 1.5 pounds of cheese, and the heat is still on low at this point, and I'm just going to mix in the cheese. Once it's all mixed in, I'm going to put the lid back on and raise the heat to about medium, and then I'm going to let it cook down for about 15 to 20 minutes. And at this time I put the biscuits in the oven. So now that they've finished cooking, it did take about 20 minutes for them to cook. The soup should be finished, and this is what it looks like. It's very creamy and cheesy, and it tasted so good. So this is a finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you make it, please let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.